On this episode of Camping with Cancer, we head to South Dakota to visit some former presidents and learn about a weapon system that was created to deter the Soviet Union from attacking the free world.
That certain deterrent, Minuteman.
My name is Troy. Adventure and exploration are my passion. There are a few things that slow me down.
I was diagnosed with brain cancer in 2021. It's been a hard journey, but I have refused to let it define me. And thanks to my friends at Make-A-Wish Foundation, I have been able to fulfill my passion of travel with my camping. Every year, my family and I travel this great nation in exploration for the next adventure. Like my battle with cancer, not every part of the journey is easy. But as a family, we stick together and get through it. As they say, it's not the destination, it's the journey. Within the Black Hills National Forest of South Dakota is a monument that most, if not all, Americans are familiar with, Mount Rushmore. It is more than grave faces carved into the side of a mountain. It's a symbol and shrine to democracy. The man behind Mount Rushmore was Gutzon Borglum, a paradox of a man filled with controversy who didn't always have the best sound judgments. However, his strong ambition helped preserve American history for generations to come. From October 1927 to October 1941, Borglum and his 400 hired hands worked tirelessly to bring about the faces. Many dangled from bosun chairs, which were chairs that would act as a swing, allowing the carvers to be lowered and raised to various places within the 60-foot high faces. Nonetheless, 90% of the mountain was carved using dynamite, the rest was carved by hand. Gutzon Borglum unfortunately died on March 6, 1941, 6 months before the completion of Mount Rushmore. His son Lincoln later helped complete his father's endeavor. Mount Rushmore, though it had a rough start, stands as a testament to the founding fathers of this country, our unshakable principles, and the unity that we all share through the red, white, and blue. The purpose of the memorial is to communicate the founding, expansion, preservation, and unification of the United States with colossal statues of Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, and Theodore Roosevelt. Gutzon Borglum. While we were in South Dakota, we headed over to the Minuteman Missile National Historical Site in the small town of Wall, South Dakota. This historical site was established in 1999, 8 years after the Cold War ended, to show the United States is always on alert and ready to defend against any threat.
Dum-dum, beetle-dum-dum, beetle-dum-dum, beetle-dum-dum. There was a turtle by the name of Bert, and Bert the turtle was very alert. When danger threatened him, he never got hurt. He knew just what to do. He ducked and covered, ducked and covered.
He did what we all must learn to do. You
and you
and you
and you, duck and cover.
Be sure and remember what Bert the Turtle just did, friends, because every one of us must remember to do the same thing. That's what this film is all about. Duck and cover.
In the early 1950s, the United States was on high alert for nuclear war breaking out. It was the early years of the Cold War, a time when Europe was greatly divided because of the expansion of communism orchestrated by the Soviet Union, also known as the U.S.A. Weapons of mass destruction were being explored by the United States and the USSR, each trying to outdo the other. Both sides stockpiled weapons that ultimately wouldn't be used, however, the threat would always remain. In 1955, the two nations promised to have satellites in space by 1957, thus starting the space race. The United States was eager to be the first to get their satellite into space. However, on October 4th, 1957, the USSR launched their first satellite into space, Sputnik 1. With the help of the R-7 Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, or ICBM.
Today, a new moon is in the sky, a 23-inch metal sphere placed in orbit by a Russian rocket. Here, an artist's conception of how the feat was accomplished.
The infamous beeping could be heard around the world as the primitive but technologically advanced beach ball-sized object orbited the Earth. Though after the successful launch, a somber reality began to spread fear in both countries. It was now possible to house nuclear weapons inside the ICBM, creating an ultimate weapon. Two years later, the United States launched their first ICBM, SM-65 Atlas, on October 31st, 1959, and its two predecessors were soon to follow, Titan I and Titan II. The issue with these missiles was that they were propelled by liquid, which was not easy to maintain. They were also dangerous. On top of that, they could take hours to launch. The United States needed a new concept. In 1962, the United States Air Force created the first solid-fuel ICBM, known as the Minuteman missile, named after the Minutemen such as Paul Revere, who remained ready during the Revolutionary War. In 1967, when the Minuteman missile was found to be the best answer for the United States, they were quickly deployed throughout the country. 1,000 missiles were hidden in underground silos in unpopulated areas, such as here in the grasslands of South Dakota. The idea was that the missile was a target and therefore should be hidden, but also if it was attacked, there would be minimal threat to the human population. Each missile launch site has a communication cable that reaches a launch control center, where a crew of 2 missileers monitor and have the ability to launch up to 10 missiles from their bunker hidden underground. In order to launch the missiles, a task that can only be authorized by the President of the United States requires both missileers to use their keys to initiate the missile. In 1989, the Berlin Wall and the Iron Curtain that once descended on Europe was defeated.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
The Cold War quickly came to an end in 1991 when the Soviet Union realized they were defeated. Even though it wasn't a pretty picture as to how we got here, nonetheless we are here. Minuteman missiles are still in operation and still remain ready to defend the United States and the free world against any threats. These powerful weapons have never had to be used, and let's hope they will never have to be. After all this history, we had to find a way to get energy out, and it's not a vacation without a trip to the pool. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more Camping with Cancer content.